We back. Welcome back. Back again. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Oh man, we gotta talk about it. I got my fruit. Y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Y'all see that? David Benavidez put a beating on him. Put a beating on that man. based on YouTube not sending a notification out and the likes, this stream's not going to be long. I tell y'all, I'm very transparent. I'm not finna be blazing my voice, not resting to do all these streams, and YouTube ain't sending a notification out, and y'all not saving the stream. So take it for what it's worth. He said, leave Canelo alone. Fact. I can't wait. Canelo fan getting blazed. Like I say, the walls are closing in for Canelo. Yeah. David Benavidez look good. Pause. That's some good fruit. Bro. David Benavidez did his thing. He destroyed Lemieux, knocked him out in 3 rounds. Won every round. I had him, he was losing round 1, but he landed a single shot. And then he almost stopped Lemieux, so he automatically gets round 1 because that really could have been stopped in that first round. So I thought Lemieux was doing solid work in round 1 up until that shot. If the rest of the round was quiet, then David Lemieux would have won round 1. But David caught him. Lemieux got caught. Y'all got to bear with me when I'm doing all these streams. It's crazy on my throat. Pause. So I got to stay hydrated and all that. That's why I told you we had to lose the dead weight. You know what makes me great in boxing? You want to know what makes me great in the sport of boxing? What sets me apart is I got 2 nuts and I say what's real regardless of how you feel. That's something I've done on my channel since day 1. I'm unapologetic. I tell you how, first of all, fans can say whatever they want. I don't really care. They can say whatever they want. I give it to you real, and I give you my honest assessment of boxing. It's that simple. Fans could try to take it and spin it and all this other goofy stuff, but I tell you what it is. But the amazing thing that I noted about me being a YouTuber years ago was if I kept putting my best foot forward and continue to put out fire content and speak my truth and the truth as I see it in the world of boxing with some, entertainment, some humor, but also a lot of facts and a lot of respect to the sweet science. Even if these things that I say in real time aren't popular, they're unpopular opinions, ultimately, I don't give a because at the end of the day, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The truth will be shown at some point. And I knew I always had that on my side, right? I always had that working on my side. I've said things about, let's say, Triple G and Andre Ward. And best believe the year I said it, people were like, oh, you're full of it. Because Triple G was at the height of his fame, right? They was at the height of his fame. And HBO was pushing him crazy and all this stuff. They say, oh, Ego, you don't know what you're talking about. Years later, people start saying the stuff I had told you on the channel about that situation years before. So I'm always ahead of the curve. I'm always ahead of the curve. Shout out to Kamal. He says, Tarver said it, Canelo is in between a rock and a hard place. Guess who else said it before Tarver said it in that interview? Your boy Ego. I literally used those exact words. Said Canelo's in between a rock and a hard place. I told you that. Everything that I said about why I wanted to see Canelo take a deal with Showtime as opposed to the deal he took is now been vindicated. David Benavidez is must-see TV. You already know, first of all, let's be real. Canelo does have some racist fans. It just goes without saying. Right? So a black fighter like Jamal Charlo fighting a Mexican fighter who's supposed to be the face of boxing and all this and that, right? That would sell. Does anyone here disagree with that fight having the ability? Let's say he never fought Bivol, so he wasn't coming off a loss. So on paper, he hadn't lost since 2013. The fight would sell. And it would sell greater than just about any other fight, except for like maybe Benavidez or something, right? This is a formula in boxing and a pairing that has always worked, right? You have Oscar De La Hoya, Mexican-American, versus Pernell Whitaker, a black fighter. Oscar De La Hoya versus Floyd Mayweather, Mexican-American, and a black fighter. Oscar De La Hoya versus Ike Corte, a black fighter. Shane Mosley, Oscar De La Hoya, Mexican-American, a black fight. You see what I'm saying? There's other great rivalries like Mexico versus Mexico, where you got two Mexican fighters, two Mexican-American. That has been a great historic rivalry. I can think off the top of my head. De La Hoya versus Fernando Vargas, Mexican-American, Mexican-American. Oxnard versus East LA. Mexico versus Mexico. Marco Antonio Barrera versus Eric Morales, right? Barrera, Juan Manuel Marquez, right? And so on and so forth. And so on and so forth. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. They called Roger Mayweather the Mexicutioner. The Black Mamba, of course, but also the Mexicutioner. And then he lost to Julio Cesar Chavez, a Mexican fighter. Julio Cesar Chavez also lost to Frankie Randall. So y'all got to understand your boxing. Puerto Rico versus Mexico also has storied rivalries in the sport of boxing, where you got a Rican fighter, right, fighting a Mexican fighter. Canelo tried to fight, and I'm not saying you can't fight no one from none of these outside of these races. That's stupid. But what I'm saying is, in life, it's all about choices. It's all about decisions, right? At the end of the day, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? I can name more fights that involve a black fighter and then somebody else, like a guy from Argentina, guy from Mexico, a guy from another black guy, a guy from Philippines, whatever, right? A Mexican fighter versus another Mexican fighter, a Mexican fighter versus a black fighter, a Mexican fighter versus a Puerto Rican fighter. And then if you go through the top 10 most historic fights, and let's say you remove all black fighters. So if it's a fight that contained a black fighter, take it off the list and act like it never existed. And then after you whittle that down and take every black fighter off of top 10, I'm talking about top 10 grossing, not UFC, but boxing fights. Remove all black people. Just pretend those events never existed, right? Then go through the list and then look at the top 10 grossing fights and then take off all Mexican-American fighters and act like those fights never existed. What would you be left with? Anybody? Name the fights that would be remaining top 10 boxing highest grossing fight that had no black fighter or no Mexican-American fight or in it. Name the fights. That's what I'm asking for. Don't say European. Tell me what fight. Name a fight that didn't have a black fighter or a Mexican fighter, Mexican-American fight, Japanese, who? You guys are telling me nationalities and ethnicities. Name the fight. Ward versus Gotti was not a top grossing fight. It's a legendary fight, but it wasn't a top grossing fight. I'm talking. So if I go to Las Vegas and I look at the top 10 grossing fights, you're going to see Floyd Mayweather versus Pacquiao. So that would have to be removed. You're going to see Floyd versus Oscar, Floyd versus Canelo. You're going to see Evander Holyfield versus Lennox Lewis. You're going to see Canelo out of Mexico versus Triple G. You're going to see probably Oscar De La Hoya in Trinidad, or Vargas, or you go to L.A., the Forum. Look at the top grossing fights. It's going to be Shane Mosley, Oscar De La Hoya, and some more fights like that. Block Diego. Get him out of here. He got to go. I'm going to eat my fruit while y'all block him. You crazy Benavidez don't scared us Canelo fans. You on drugs. I've never done drugs. I guarantee you did more drugs than me in your life. What do you want to bet? I don't even smoke weed. I'll bet you. Anytime, we'll do a lie detector test. I bet you done more drugs in your life than I've done. I don't do drugs. I ain't even drank alcohol in over a year. Listen, run it. Any of you crybaby Canelo fans, let's run it. Set it up. We'll do a lie detector. We'll do a lie. We'll do VADA testing. We'll do a lie detector, but it got to be for some money. Big money. Big money. Listen, it's all about the bucks. Let's run it. Any Canelo fan. That's any Canelo fan. We'll run it. We'll put up a big purse, and we'll do VADA testing, and we'll also do a lie detector test. And they're going to say, hey, have you ever smoked meth? I'm going to say no. They're going to say, hey, have you ever smoked crack? I'm going to say no. And we're going to go through you. Have you ever had an STD? Have you ever smoked crack? Have you ever smoked meth? And we're going to see who gets more than... Bro, I promise you, Canelo fans, y'all don't want that. Don't do that. I guarantee you. Run the test. Talk about my purse, and we'll run any test. I guarantee y'all did more drugs than me. Well, we do any test. What kind of test? Aptitude test, pregnancy test, paternity test. We can do. I'm gonna give you how you want it. I'm gonna give it to you how you want it. What you want to do? A paternity test, pregnancy test, STD test. We do all the tests. Line them up. I'm like Errol Spence. Line them up. I'll buy, bro. I'll do all the tests. I ain't got no, bro. They just saying whatever, bro. I guarantee we're gonna find more skeletons in your closet than mine. Book it. Let me eat this fruit. I'm gonna eat this fruit. Ken Grayson, tell them they better stop. They want to play with me. Let's run it. Let's run it. I'm with it. The money keep coming in. The money goes into my piggy. Yeah, they talking about, oh, you on drugs. Okay, let's run it. Where VADA at? We'll do any test you want. Mr. 704. Let's go. Let's work. Let's work. The money goes into my piggy. 1704. Let's get it. Mr. 704. Look at the names, faces, and the profile pics of the people doing the most hating. Facts. Bro, these Canelo Chupapi Muñeño fans, y'all some peons. You sound stupid. Bro, listen to idiotic Canelo man fan logic. They saying stupid stuff. Just put this in perspective. Put this in perspective. This is how dumb the Canelo man fans are. This is how stupid they are. You're not going to stoke my intelligence. This is how stupid they are. If you say anything about Canelo, they say you're a hater or you're racist. How does talking about one person make you racist? Think about it. How are you racist because you talking about the actions of one man? How is that racist? So internally, they telling on themselves and they telling you more about how they think. Because Canelo, he doesn't represent any race of people. Like, I'm not saying he's not prideful of where he's from, but what I'm saying is if people have fair criticism for Canelo, he one person. He one person. How is that racist? Because you're talking about one person. How you gonna compare Lex Mew? You can't even spell Lemieux. That's how dumb you are. You can't even spell the word Lemieux. When did I compare Lemieux to Canelo? Get him out of here. Next. Next. He can't even spell Lemieux. When did I ever compare Lemieux to Canelo? He said it's called projection. Exactly. Shout out to Ignacio Gutierrez. Let's go, bro. Let's work. I told you I'm here for the long haul. He said either Canelo fights Charlo, Benavidez, or a rematch with Bivol, or he cherry pick it. Yeah, fact. The only other person I might is Better Biev if he beats Joe Smith Jr., which I think he will, because that's a fight that's been kind of uttered for a while, bro. These Canelo man fans, they down bad. I try to tell you. If you say anything about Canelo, they say you a hater or racist. How is a racist talking about one person? And the funny thing is, you're not even saying nothing about race. You just talking about his decisions in the boxing ring. So again, it's projection. This is how they feel. This is how they view the world. This is how they looking at it. You telling yourself more than you exposing me and all that. Bro, Canelo, okay, put it this way. Let's play the game. I'll destroy any one of you. How about Charlo Benavidez? Man, block this dude. I'm sick of seeing his stupid comments, bro. Get him out of ex-West Brody. Run along. He can't spell for, and he steady talking about somebody else's on drugs. See, this is the Canelo man fan behavior. They say you on drugs. They can't even spell regular English words. World Boxing News, I see you. What's up? Bro, the Canelo man fan's getting bodied. You said Canelo's the face of boxing. His fights aren't more interesting and entertaining than David Benavidez, for sure. For sure. Let's play a game. I'm about to fillet these dudes. I'm about to play a game with y'all. Who are the top guys that I've been saying Canelo should have fought before he lost to Bivol? Who are the top? If you watch my content, who are the top guys that I've been saying I wanted to see Canelo fight? I'm gonna let the fans speak for me. I'm gonna let the fans of the channel speak for me. Who are the top guys that I personally, if you watch my content, said that I wanted to see Canelo fight? Oh my God, beautiful. Mr. 704, beautiful. Beautiful. Look at Isaac, beautiful. Look, Benavidez Charlo. It wasn't Jermell Charlo. No, I didn't say that. Shout out to Emmanuel. He said, you said Benavidez Charlo. Diacona, you know Diacona's a regular. He said Benavidez Charlo and Andrade. Tom Tucker, a regular, he says Charlo, Benavidez, Andrade, and Better Be. Exactly. See? Everybody's saying it. Hey, Suarez, you mad? Tell him why you mad. He says, listen, I got time today. I got time, cuz. He says, you're so biased. You can't spell the word your. Once again, you notice a pattern. All this name calling, ego, oh, you on drugs. They can't even spell regular words. He says your, and he didn't even spell the right your. but I'll excuse that. He says, you're so biased and full of ish. What am I full of ish about? The fans just picked. I said, if you're a fan of my channel, who have I said I want to see Canelo fight? So how am I full of ish when the fans just told you what I said? I didn't even have to say it. So strike one, you can't spell. Strike two, you lied. And then what else you say? You have never given Canelo a single credit. A single credit. What is he, a video game? Get him out of my face. Block him. Get him out of here. I've never given him a single credit. So I've never said anything positive about Canelo. We know you lying. Hey, the guy that's on the screen, block him. I need to just get rid of him. I'm done. That's 3 lies in a row. Better luck next time. So, back to what I was saying. You've seen everybody in the comment section. They accurately depicted what I've said. The people that I said I wanted to see Canelo fight the most, in no particular order, were guys like Jermall Charlo, David Benavidez, Beterbiev, and yeah, that's what I said. I did say Bivol, but the Bivol in recent memory, I hadn't really said Bivol because Bivol had really not looked great to me. You see what I'm saying? Like I caught some of his fight. Fifth knowledge, how tall are you? Really weird question and weird timing. So I'm just going to move on. No refunds. So, look, I'm talking boxing. They asking me how tall I am. What's good, bro? Anyway. Oh, and Andre. That's the other person. And I've always wanted to see him fight Andre since 154. So again, Igor Stradamus strikes again. Jermall Charlo. Nah, come on. Don't unblock him. You didn't have to block him for that. Come on. You didn't have to block him for that. Ron Mayberry said, projecting racist, white privilege, nationalist. Oh, he going in. And racist Mexican fans tell you you're racist when you point out the fact that they're biased. And David Morrell. See, this is all knowledgeable stuff, people. Yep. And guess what? Every single person that I picked, that I've recently said I even said Bivol. But again, full disclosure, in recent memory, I haven't really said Bivol because I wasn't really impressed with Bivol's last couple of performances. But he looked sharp on the night of the fight. So what is the haters, they can say whatever they want, but guess what is the pattern? What is that showing you? So every single person I told Canelo that he should fight, right, that are the best fights for him, he finally fought one and he lost to him. So, and it wasn't a blowout fight. So you finally fight. So the haters tell you every step of the way that Boxing Ego ain't keeping it real and ego bias and ego is a hater. But how do I keep getting it right? That's all I want to know. How is someone biased and hateful and wrong all the time, according to old media, but I keep getting it right? I keep getting it right. David Benavidez still hasn't lost to anybody. He's still looking impressive. Jermall Charlo, he too is still undefeated. Artur Beterbiev, he too is still knocking everyone out, doing his thing, and still undefeated. Bivol, he's still doing his thing, and he's still undefeated, right? Demetrius Andrade, he's still undefeated. Canelo played all these games, smoke and mirrors, and now he getting smoked out. It's that simple. The wall, I've been saying this, the walls are closing in. The walls are closing in on Mr. Saul Alvarez. I tried to tell y'all. Y'all thought I was just saying that. Like, see, there's a lot of people, they want to be just like me. They like, oh, Ego, you're hating. So then they actually do hate. I don't hate. I don't hate Canelo. I never hated Canelo. And it's funny. That's what the racists do. They say, oh, Ego, you hating. But then they actually go hate. They actually like leave comments like, I hope Jermall Charlo loses. Why would Jermall Charlo losing give you satisfaction? So let me get it straight. The racist Canelo fans, they say, oh, Ego, you a hater. Ego, you a hater. But can't trace what I actually hated on. That was not true, right? But then go out of their way to say, I hope David Benavidez loses to Lemieux. I hope Jermell Charlo lose. I hope Jermall Charlo lose to Sulecki. So who's really a hateful person? I tell you good fights for Canelo, but I never said I hope Canelo lose. But they say in the comment section, oh, Ego is biased against Canelo. Ego is, hey, I didn't say I hope he lose. I don't care. He could have kept winning. If he would have knocked Bevel out, I would have reported it the same. But he didn't. That's not what it happened. So what do you want? Smash the like button. Y'all got to get the likes up ASAP. Canelo wants you to, the Canelo Chupapi Muñeños, the Canelo man fans, they want you to live in a fantasy world where Canelo's pound for pound, right? They want you to live in a fantasy world where no matter what happens, that you're supposed to just say Canelo's the best. Bro, I don't see him being the best. He's not pound for pound. Terrence Crawford's harder to beat. Errol Spence is harder to beat per capita. David Benavidez look harder to beat. David Morrell look like he's going to be hard to beat. And guess what? No one else has the luxury that Canelo has had for several years. Canelo is a product, and they're trying to sell you, and they're trying to like hope you, force feed you into believing that this product that they built is willing to take on all odds, but it hasn't been that case for a while. He's not taking on all odds. The first time he fought someone with no rehydration clause that was bigger with some skills, he just lost and he got dominated. Block J Whip, the man. Yeah, you definitely ain't the man. So it's turned into a horror movie for the Canelo fans. Yeah, when they hate, donate. That's all y'all got to do. My shooters, they did a hell of a job. That's all y'all got to do. Shout out to Lonzo. I would want to be the man who slayed the Mexican monster. So stop ducking if you the so-called face of boxing. Word. That's a good question. Isaac said, do you think Canelo's product is going to last much longer? That depends. It depends on if Canelo keeps playing games. It's on Canelo. But I got a question. I don't know. I can't say it will or won't because I don't know Canelo's next move. He kind of does what he wants, right? But I will say this. What does this say about Canelo Alvarez if he fights a 40-year-old Triple G next? I want y'all to answer it, and then I'll give you my thoughts. What does it say if Canelo Alvarez, Eddie Hearn already put it on record, said we can offer him the rematch with Bivol, but it's up to him. So if it's up to him, like his current promoter says, Eddie Hearn, there's interviews. I could play it right now. There's interviews Eddie Hearn said will present the option of Bivol rematch to him, and it's up to him to decide. So what does that say about Canelo if he says, hey, there's a guy that I picked. Shout out to Isaac. He said he's cherry picking. Shout out to Carinelli. He said it's a duck. There's a guy that just beat me that I picked. You can say miscalculation, the weight. He said he's willing to come fight me at 68 or 75. So if you have options to fight this man anywhere from 68 to 75, and you say, nah, I'm going to fight a guy I already beat years ago, and I thought he won the second fight, that's 40, that doesn't look better now than he looked when you fought him on HBO. Triple G has not looked the same on DAZN. Can we all agree there? Who believe name? Okay, I can't wait. I'm gonna ask y'all. We playing the truth game. All y'all got to do is tell the truth. Did Triple G look better on HBO or DAZN? You put the network where Triple G looked better. We gonna play a game. We have enough data. Triple G's had enough DAZN fights, and he had a great career on HBO. So we have enough data. Did Triple G look more promising on HBO or DAZN? His last fight on HBO was the Canelo fight. Then he took a year plus off, and his first fight with DAZN was Steve Rolls. So Steve Rolls, Derevyanchenko, Kamel Sesmeta, and Ryota Murata. Those are his DAZN fights. So what are we talking about? Everybody in the chat said Triple G looked better on HBO. So what does that say about Canelo? Fast forward to the future. If everyone's saying Triple G looked better, then you're saying he's not in his prime anymore. Because no one would listen, watch how I do him greasy. Watch how I do him greasy. I'm going to beat y'all. I'll make this look easy. All right, look. What does that say about Triple G if everybody who voted said he looked much better the HBO days? There's no one in this chat that will say, hey, Boxing Ego, those same years, way back in 2012, your channel was better then than it is now. Can anyone say my channel has not leveled up since 2012, 2013, 2014? Have I not gotten better with delivering boxing content to you? Shout out to Isaac. Bro, that's how you know somebody's washed. See, for me, I'm not washed. My content, I can't even watch my old videos. Because when I first started, I had no soundproofing. I was on a cheap mic. I had never covered a fight live, like in terms of media. All that happened over years. You see what I'm saying? That took years to build up, to learn how to process audio. So my audio, I didn't have this mic a couple $100. I got thousands of dollars worth of mics. I didn't have that when I first started. So there's no one that's going to say, oh man, your channel was way better when you had no subs, when your money was funny, when you first started. But everybody in the chat just said Triple G was better on HBO. So that shows you exactly where he's at. He's not in the prime of his career. Because again, for perspective, there's no one that would say my content was more fire in 2014, 2012 or whatever. Because it wasn't. Like I said, I don't even listen to my old video. I wouldn't even want to. Even like public speaking. The more you do anything, repetition, rehearsing, and like going over it, they say practice makes permanent. I don't say practice makes perfect. I say practice makes permanent. I can do a 40-minute video, a 4-hour video. I've done 6-hour streams in one take with no mess ups. I got to entertain all y'all and done 4, 5, 6-hour streams. I had no mess ups. I had no big blunders. That takes time, people. That takes time. DAZN, they gave the Canelo pay-per-view and they had blunders. And they're a whole team of people. People was getting double and triple charged. The audio went out. When is the last Boxing Ego watch party? And keep in mind, I do watch party 2, 3, 4 hours. No team, no production crew. When's the last time y'all couldn't hear me and my sound went out? In the middle of the live stream. And I just had no audio. It don't happen. Canelo said Triple G has done nada to earn the trilogy. Word. Y'all got to get the likes up. I remember that. You said Mayweather would beat Pacquiao, and I was right. I definitely said Mayweather would beat Pacquiao, and I was right. So what does that say about Canelo, bro? If David Benavidez is sizzling dudes, Jamal Charlo is a great fighter and undefeated. David Morrell looks sensational. Beterbiev, I think I like Joe Smith Jr., but I think Beterbiev, I would favor him. You know what I mean? Beterbiev has all 100% knockouts. Beef will just beat you. So if you run to Triple G, we already know what time it is. It's over. He said Canelo spooked. Exactly. Bro, there's no other. That's why I said that's why the Canelo Chupapi Muñeño, they angry with me because I'm the messenger and I'm delivering the bad news. But you don't get mad at the doctor because you got an STD. That's your fault. You should have strapped up. That's not bro, is it the doctor's fault if you out there like Willie Lump? You should have wore a rubber. You out here Willie Lump. The doctor didn't give you that. The doctor didn't give you that. Some chick or whatever you was doing gave you that. Don't be mad at the doctor. I'm what the doctor ordered. People want to get mad at the messenger. I'm telling you what it is. If Canelo fight a 40-year-old man who everyone in the chat just said he looked better on HBO and he ain't looked the same on DAZN, that tells you what we're dealing with. Y'all mad at me for the diagnosis. Oh, ego. Bro, if you're schizophrenic, if you're bipolar, it's not the physician's fault. The psychiatrist, the psychologist's fault. That's what you got going on. I'm telling you, if Canelo's schizophrenic, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just using an example. If this man haul off and don't rematch Bivol, that it tells you what it is. Period. David Benavidez just sizzled this man in 3 rounds and lumped him up all 3 rounds. So why would Canelo say, hey man, I want to fight a guy I beat years ago that ain't looking the same, that's 40. Here's another question. Be real. If Triple G did get the Canelo fight, he got to fight him at 168. Canelo's not going to give Triple G. He don't even like Triple G, right? So that means Triple G has to move up to 60. Shout out to Cowardnello, bro. This is a good dude, bro. He be really saying bless you and stuff. Shout out to Pat Greedy. I appreciate y'all. Listen to me, people. Felix, what's up? I think you talk facts. Let's go. Bro, it's not, y'all talking about like Canelo and Triple G. Triple G would have to move to 68. If Triple G moved to 68 and fought David Benavidez, vote in the comment section who wins that fight. If David Benavidez in September fought Triple G and moved him up to 68, who wins? Vote. Just put the last name of the fighter. Yeah, Triple G loses. Benavidez by knockout in 3. See? Hey, Icy, unblock him. You wildin', bro. Bro, Triple G would get smoked. Exactly. Everybody would pick Benavidez to beat Triple G at this point. But the only reason why it would be cool is because Benavidez needs the names. Or if, like, okay, let's go Jamal Charlo. If Jamal Charlo moved to 68 and fought Triple G, who would you favor? if they fought at the end of this year, Jamal Charlo at 68 or Triple G at 68, who would you favor? Who would you favor in 2022? Jamal Charlo or Gennady Golovkin? If they were to fight. Okay, everyone's voting Jamal Charlo. All right, one last one. In 2022, if David Morrell fought Triple G. If David Morrell Jr. fought Triple G in 2022 at 168, who would you favor? Morrell. Okay, one person said Triple G. Morrell. The Cuban. Okay. Okay, two people picked Triple G. So when it came to Charlo, it was unanimous. Everyone voted that he would beat Triple G. Their opinion. When it came to Benavidez, y'all all said Benavidez would smoke Triple G at this point. Morrell only has 5 fights, and most people that I'm seeing are picking Morrell. So once again, this all shows, bro, David Morrell would tear Triple G up. Stop. Y'all just voting with your heart or whatever. Come on, bro. I don't care if he got 4 or 5 fights. He'll slaughter Triple G. He'll slaughter Triple G. Triple G never even fought at 68. Come on, bro. Bro, these dudes, I told you, I be setting them up with questions. Bro, David Morrell is a huge 168 pounder, and Triple G is not fought at 68. Triple G was getting tagged by Steve Rolls at 164, and this is like a guy we never even heard of like that from Canada, who never fought a 10-rounder, or he only had like one 10-rounder, and he never fought outside of Canada. Stop, bro. Triple G couldn't even beat Derevyanchenko at 60. So Charlo, Morrell, Benavidez, all of them would be favored to beat Triple G. Period. So why do we need to see Canelo? Canelo already, that's what I'm saying. He's trapped. We already know Canelo already fought him twice. Canelo already has a good resume. What is there to gain with the Charlo fight? Kamal Oz said there's a reason Triple G's been hiding and malingering. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'd rather see Triple G fight anyone not named Canelo, because at least them young dudes, Benavidez and Morrell, and even Charlo, their resumes could use a Triple G name just to see if they can get past them, just like we all think, and then that'd be a good name for them. Canelo already has a resume. So we don't really need to see him fight Triple G. You should have already fought him a 3rd time, but you waited and tried to string it out, and now you're coming up like, and now it's even worse because you're coming off a loss. You're coming off a loss, and now you're gonna run from the guy that just beat you to fight a 40-year-old. Maybe if you beat Bivol and then you just said, I gotta fight Triple G, that would at least look better. It's not looking good for Canelo, people. He said, notice Triple G ain't calling nobody out. Exactly. Bro, he trying to cash out. He trying to cash out. The only big fight he wants is Canelo as a farewell, send me to retirement, send me to hell fight. That's all. So good luck to DAZN selling that. I'm not buying it. Y'all be buying it for the channel before me. And then the timing's horrible because you just got beat by Bivol. Isaac is hilarious, bro. He said Canelo want to beat Triple G a senior citizen. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, come on. We're not playing this game like we know. Bro, and then the Triple G fight is not even in the division where you fought him the first 2 times. And you the only one with experience in them new divisions. And so on top of being 40 and not looking the same and losing to Derevyanchenko, you also want to fight him at 68, and you've been fighting at 75 and talk about cruiserweight. It's cap, bro. Clint Eastwood, you're not understanding it. Bro, what don't y'all understand about boxing? He says Triple G has some power and a good chin. Bro, he has power at 160. Canelo's not making 160 anymore. So that means that power, who knows what his power is at 168? He not brutal. He didn't even stop Murata like crazy brutal. So we know his power at 60. We don't know his power at 68. Just like I said with Lemieux. Lemieux wasn't beating Benavidez. Like, I'm not taking anything away from his performance, but Lemieux, his best wins are at 60, and you fighting the top dog at 68, and you're older, and bro, and you seen what happened with Benavidez. But that was an eliminator. The Triple G Canelo fight is not no eliminator where it's like, and Benavidez got to take fights like Lemieux because Lemieux was the only one with nuts to fight him. You see what I'm saying? So, Benavidez got to take them type of fights. Canelo don't have to take eliminators. I mean, you don't need belts and all that. Bro, Triple G has no defense. He's food at 68.
Are you willing to go as far as speak to Maurice Suleiman to try to, try to promote yourself and push that fight?
I mean, we've spoken to him already, but if we have to speak to him again, we definitely, I'll let Samson Lukowicz take care of that. He's a Picasso in boxing, as we say, so we'll let him take care of that.
Hey, let me put it this way for everybody. To be 100%, what I'm saying is precisely the truth. And I want everybody to put that on black and white. We have 3 options for November. One is Plan, the second one is Morel, and the third one is Charlo. There's no other way. Canelo doesn't happen. So don't continue fantasize, all of you, on Canelo. It will not take a step ahead to fight the real champion, the champion of the people. So let's not talk anymore about Canelo. Doesn't exist. And he looks so bad that I don't believe he come back. Maybe we'll take a 40-year-old man. But besides that, he will not do nothing else. So please, don't talk anymore about Canelo. Doesn't happen. And it will never happen, most likely. So these 3 guys that they deserve to fight. I imagine that Plan is the best one because you have a personal bandera.
Bro, that's David Benavidez's promoter, Samson Lukowicz. Hey, shout out to Track the One. He sent $10 super sticker. And Kamal Oz. They both sent super chats.
The money goes into my baby.
Shout out to Track the One and Kamal Oz. Kamal Oz says, Canelo Triple G3, that's a crash. He said it's a cash grab, a scam, a way for both to duck legitimate competition in their divisions whilst holding 6 titles hostage. What a complete farce. Exactly. That clip I just played is David Benavidez's promoter, Samson Lukowicz. He says, you guys, I want to make this clear, black and white. I'm just going to paraphrase because he has an accent, so I don't know if you guys heard it clearly and all that. I'm going to paraphrase. Stop asking us about Canelo. The fight will likely never happen because Canelo will probably try to fight a 40-year-old. That's what he said. He said, so the realistic options for Benavidez are 3 names. Caleb Plant, which is probably the best option because they have a personal vendetta or grudge. He says Jermall Charlo or David Morrell. That's who we're going after because we know Canelo don't want none. Bro, Canelo, I told you Canelo look crazy right now. He's in, like, Canelo is in such a no man. Like, Floyd beat him down the same way as Bivol, and he was a smaller guy doing it. But this looks crazier because at best, the Canelo man fans like, oh, Canelo is 23. There was no excuse for him to lose to Bivol. So he looked crazy. He's in no man's land. No one has faith in him anymore. Everyone's telling him to duck Bivol. And then now DAZN has this expensive ticket. He's not selling tickets like he used to. He's not doing the same business as when he fought on HBO or Showtime. So DAZN's stuck with this huge bill and less than desirable fights. This is gonna be bad, bro. Try to tell y'all. Y'all said I was hating. It's gonna be bad. And then Morrell got a fight coming up. I don't see him losing. David Benavidez just slaughtered a man and woke the game up and showed. He said, he talked his talk and said, I'm the best. I'm the most powerful guy at 68. I'm the dude at 68, right? And then Bivol looked good. It looked very sharp versus Canelo. There's no justice, bro. It's done for Canelo. I promise you, it's done because unless he decides to at least fight Bivol, right? Unless he decides to fight Bivol, like that's the only thing he can do instead of fight one of these young hungry lions that is all chomping at the bit to get Canelo. That's the only thing he can do to save face. Hey, Kamal Oz is back. It's magic, y'all. Eddie Hearns says the trilogy is bigger now. Eddie Hearns is lying. That is not bigger. It's bigger, but I'm a premier channel in the boxing. I ain't buying that. I ain't buying that. They're not getting my money, so I don't know who's bigger too. Who he talking about? How he done at 31? I don't care about your age. He needs to let them belts go, bro. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying he can't fight no more. I'm not saying he has no fans no more. Y'all got to understand what I'm saying. When I'm saying he's done, what I'm saying is him being right before this, there were conversations that he was the greatest fighter of all time. Not just Mexican fighters. Not just Mexican fighters. Eddie Hearn put this out there that Canelo Alvarez could be the greatest fighter of all time. So there was that conversation. People said he was pound for pound #1. People said he was the face of boxing. Some said he was the greatest fighter that Mexico had ever seen. Some people said he could go to cruiserweight to fight. Some people said he could go to heavyweight to fight Usyk and would beat Usyk. So this is 6 different narratives that were in heavy rotation regarding Canelo. Greatest fighter out of Mexico, greatest fighter of all time, could beat Usyk, could fight at cruiserweight and fight legitimate people. Now the same people are saying light heavyweight 175 is too much. How the f are you going to fight at 200 plus pounds if 175 you're crying about that weight? Bro, get them out of here. Get them out of here. The same team, that's what I'm saying. All that dumb talking points is dead. Dead. Lower the cat, dead. All them narratives. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Canelo will never fight again. I don't know what he want to do. Them talking points you was coming up with is dead. Dead. Bro, how can you talk about fighting at heavyweight, but then you crying at 175 saying that's too much weight? That doesn't even make sense. Bro, so if I say Rihanna is too, like, let's say Rihanna or Halle Berry, I'm like, they too thick for me. But then I want to smash Lizzo. That don't even make sense, bro. Man, come on, bro. Listen, if I said Halle Berry and Rihanna was too thick and that's not my type, I like skinnier chicks or small, and then I say I'm going to smash Lizzo. That don't even make sense, bro. And then I go smash Precious. Bro, listen, y'all got to understand these analogies. Bro, if I'm complaining that Rihanna is too thick or Halle Berry's too thick or J-Lo's too thick, but then I go smash Precious and Lizzo and have a threesome, that don't even make sense. You would smash Lizzo. Your mama, block him. Bro, I'm going to smash Lizzo and Precious and Rasputia. I'm boxing ego. That's who I'm smashing? Huh? That's who I'm smashing? All right. But listen, my thing is you can't complain about Rihanna's too big or, you know, say J-Lo's too big or not your type, but then smash Lizzo. Listen, I don't care. Whatever y'all like, if that's your type, that's your type. You like what you like. That's dope. But Canelo, they told you that Canelo could fight at 200 plus pounds. They told you he would fight at 200 pounds. Now they crying, saying 175 is too much weight. That doesn't even make sense. It makes no sense at all. What's the Tom Holland's girl? What's Tom Holland's girl? Zendaya. What's her name? Bro, that's like me saying Zendaya too thick, but then I'm smashing Big Shirley from Martin. Like it just doesn't make sense. Zendaya is too thick, but then I'm smashing Big Shirley from Martin. Makes no sense. These are the same idiots that told you Canelo could fight at 200 pounds. So you can't say Zendaya's way too big or she need to lose weight and then you smashing Big Shirley. Like, what are we talking about, bro? They said he could beat Usyk. Bro, Usyk would break dance on Canelo's lifeless body. Man, what are y'all talking about, bro? That's why I can't even talk boxing with some of y'all. This man Usyk would be like, Derek, and break dance on Canelo after destroying him. Bro, Usyk, Bivol, their style is kind of similar, to be honest. Like some movement in and out, longer arms, bigger than Canelo. So if you can't beat Bivol, how you gonna beat Usyk, who is in there with a 260-pound Joshua taking punches? But this is the idiocracy from Eddie Hearns and the Canelo fans. This is the stuff y'all try to sell. Yeah, okay, Canelo can fight at heavyweight. Put him in there with Wilder. Put him in there with Wilder. Canelo versus Wilder. If he could fight at heavyweight, put him in there with Wilder. They're going to build another statue for Wilder after he destroyed Canelo and ruined everything that y'all got going. Bro, stop playing. Put him in there with Wilder. They just built a Wilder statue in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Oh my God, bro. They're going to build a second statue. They're going to put him on Mount Rushmore. What he do to Canelo? Y'all played it. Y'all tried it. You try to hype it up to some, like Canelo is, bro, they thought he was like a Marvel villain, like Thanos. They thought he was Canelos. Bro, they thought Canelo was Thanos, Canelos. You could not live with your failures. I am inevitable. Bro, remember when the boy Thanos put the Infinity Stone in his glove? It got the last little one. He's bro, they thought Canelo was like that. Thanelos. Talking about he'll fight at heavyweight. All right, fight anybody remotely good at heavyweight, and you'll see. Remember on Child's Play, the first one, where Chucky's head was detached? and it was on the fireplace. And the guy, he was like, "Don't touch that, man." And then the cop was like, "Wait, what's wrong? What's wrong?" Because he was in the fireplace and it was a detached head. And then the body popped out the fireplace. It's like, "Yeah, kill him." Bro, that would be Canelo's head on the mantle if he fought like Wilder, fought at heavyweight. Now you have a Nello head on the fireplace mantle, and then Nello would be talking to his body. "Yeah, kill Usyk and Wilder, kill them all." It would be the same thing, bro. That's what I'm saying. Y'all tried it. Eddie Hearn, DAZN, all this goofy stuff. Talking about Canelo's the greatest fighter ever. Talking about Canelo fight at cruiserweight. He's trying to fight some random African. He might can beat that person because it's like, who is Makobuk Air? Hey, look at me. I'm the captain of the ship now. Bro, he trying to fight Cuz from Captain Thomas. Captain Phillips, whatever that movie's called. Bro, that's who Canelo was trying to fight. Bro, Canelo better stick to Somali pirates and all that. You're not fighting these other people, bro. Hey, bro, they try to put Canelo with a Somali pirate. Just to say he fought a cruiserweight. Hey, look at me. I'm the captain of the boxing ship now. It's my ship. Bro, they putting Canelo in with Unfufu to hype him up. African babies with the little flies. Bzz. Little Tiptoe has nothing to eat tonight. For 32 cents a day, you could save Little Tiptoe. You know they try to get you. They got the malnutrition. Their stomachs all exploded. And they got the flies. Little Tip. And they show Little Tiptoe looking in the camera, looking sad. That's who Canelo, Little Tiptoe done grown up. And that's who they trying to put Canelo in. With Little Tiptoe from some African village. Like, he's like, "Oh, your black said he doesn't want to fight a black guy, huh? We'll prove you wrong." So him and Eddie Hearn and DAZN concocted a plan. Bro, we didn't say any black could do. We said Jamal Charlo. You know, some people maybe want Errol Spence. We didn't just say fight anybody black. Bro, Canelo trying to fight he's like, "Oh, I'll shut you up." And they gonna put him in with Bill Cosby fresh out the pen. "I would like to put the Jello with the yellow and the pudding and fight Canelo for the pudding pot." Bro, nah, we didn't say just any old black could do. There are select guys we want to see, like Charlo fighting Selecki. We want to see you select guys like Charlo. We didn't just say fight the Cosby with, I was in the movie The Ghost Dad with my son Theo and the pudding. Bro, get Canelo out of here. Canelo say the face of boxing. I'm about to rearrange the face of the boxing. Bro, you try to fight Bill Cosby with the sweaters and all this just so they can keep the Canelo hype alive. You could not fight Yildirim for the pudding. Bro, you cannot fight Abner Yildirim in Miami. Bro, get him out of here. Oh, the Canelo, look, the Chupapi Muñeños is mad. We're not gonna take it. We're not. They be so pressed. It's so funny. Nider said Canelo fighting Wilder at heavyweight would be like Jason Voorhees. Bro, he said Jason Voorhees versus that boxer. Bro, why are black people always have the worst deaths in the movie? Especially in like the 80s and 90s. Bro, if there was any black character, you knew he got the worst death in the whole horror movie. Bro, Jason was like, choo, 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 nigga, nigga, nigga. Q, 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 nigga, nigga, nigga. Bro, and that black dude was like, bop, bop, ha, 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 ha. And Jason was eating them shit. Bro, Jason Voorhees was just eating all the punches. The black dude thought he was really doing something like pop pop. And Jason was like choo 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 nigga. Choo 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 chillin'. And I'm like, what? And then the black dude, he ran out of energy. He was looking like Canelo. He ran out of steam, was like, and then he didn't have no more, he didn't have nothing in the gas tank. Jason looked like that. Oh, I got you. Choo, 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 nigga. And one hitter quittered his head into the trash can. Bro, you did not have to do bruh like that. Bro, Jason, I don't know, he might be racist, bro. The way he just punched the black dude head off. Choo, 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 nigga. Coo, 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 nigga. Jason looked at him like, that's all you got? Dude! It just, bro, blasted his head off. It was over. Choo, 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 nigga. Coo, 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 coon. Bro, y'all tripping. Julia sent $2. Let Canelo save face and fight Lil G. He need a dub. I ain't letting him save nothing. Then again, Lil G might stop Canelo. All right, and buy it. I ain't buying it. Bro, why do y'all want Canelo to get easy wins? Y'all, come on, bro. So that's where we at in boxing? Okay, why don't he fight Zac Efron? Bro, he want to fight white boys. Bro, he want to fight nothing but white dudes. Fight Zac Efron. How about that? Fight Mark Wahlberg. I mean, if we just pick it. Bro, why don't he fight Mark Wahlberg? You just want him to see him fight the same dudes? Canelo got criteria. He only gonna fight you if you from certain places. All right, fight Mark Wahlberg. You know something, Steve? You really not a... It all could have been different, Mr. Walker. You should allow nature to take its course. Bro, fight my boy Wahlberg from Fear. Y'all seen the movie Fear? That man he's bro, and he was beating up his own chest. Fight Mark Wahlberg. He was really ready. You know something, Steve? You're really not a... I was with Nicole. I licked his sweet tears. And the man said, stay away from my family and my daughter. He said. And it was beating his chest up to make it look like he got abused. Let's get it. Crack it. Remember he's at the peephole? It all could have been different, Mr. Walker. You should have allowed nature to take its course. In the end, it will anyway. So let me in the phone now. Bro, that's Canelo's next appointment. He gonna fight Warren Buffett and then Mark Wahlberg. It all could have been different, Mr. Walker. You should have allowed nature to take its course. In the end, it will anyway. So let me in the house. Bro, he was wild crazy in that. That's my movie. Let's go. Bro, he finna fight Elon Musk. They want Canelo to have nothing but easy wins. They want Canelo to have the game. He gonna fight Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey versus Canelo. Stop it. Benavidez is, shout out to Vegas. Let's get it. Shout out to my people in Vegas. Bro, Benavidez is sizzling dudes. Morrell's sizzling dudes. Jamal Charlo's a beast. And y'all want Canelo to fight Danny DeVito. Shout out to Niter. Bro, y'all want him to fight Oswald Cobblepot. The city of Gotham. I played this stinking city like a harp from hell. Bro, y'all want him to fight Danny DeVito from Batman Returns. Bums. Y'all some bums. Y'all don't want to see boxing grow. You want Canelo to fight Oswald Cobblepot. City of Gotham. I played this stinking city like a harp from hell. Remember when Batman had it on loop? and kept looping it. Bro, they want him to fight Oswald Cobblepot. Fight Bevo. He's the guy that whooped you. I played this. Bro, y'all pathetic. This is crazy. That man said, bro, he was eating the fish raw. See, I know my movies. I played this stinking city like a harp from hell. Bro, they want him to fight anybody. This is crazy, bro. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Man, come on, bro. Y'all doing... Somebody said Canelo versus Steve Nash. I'm done, bro. Channing Tatum and Canelo. Hey, Cowardnello got to chill. Bro, he got to chill. This man said Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Wow. That's my movie. Shout out to Bruce Willis. Bro, he said, yippee-ki-yay, Mr. McClane. Bro, this man said Hans Gruber. I love y'all. What was it? Yippee-ki-yay. Oh my. Come out to the coast, have a couple drinks. Yippee-ki-yay, mother. Bro, y'all steady, bro. Oh, I'm done, bro. This man said that. Bro, he said y'all want Canelo to fight Jerry Seinfeld. No. What is the deal? Who are these people, Canelo? Why do you want to see me fight it? Why? Bro, this man says Seinfeld. I'm done, bro. Why would I find a redhead? If I find him, will I get gingivitis? Bro, this man said... he said Jerry Seinfeld. It's over, bro. Bro, Canelo's... the damage is done, bro. The damage is done. I don't see how. Who are these people? The damage is done. There's too much. It's just too many guys looking crazy, like Jerron Ennis, Errol Crawford, Benavidez. Like, people just looking too saucy and too good for Canelo to keep playing games with boxing and not fighting who we saying to fight. Somebody said Canelo versus Chef Boyardee. Hey, bro, Alden, tell them they got to stop. Canelo versus Rocky. I used to hold you in my palm right here. Bro, he said Rocky. That's what they want. They just want a guaranteed win. Used to fit right here in my palm, right here. Let me tell you something you already know, kid. The world they are. Bro, they want him to fight Rocky Balboa like this is a movie. You know, you used to be like this big. I used to hold you in my palm. Let me tell you something you already know, kid. World ain't on sunshine and rainbow. It's a mean and cruel place. It'll beat you there, Canelo. You got red hair. Nothing is going to hit as hard as Nello. Bro, y'all want him to fight Rocky Balboa. Y'all pathetic. Y'all pathetic, bro. You, me, or Bevo, or nobody is going to hit as hard as... Bro, I said nobody is going to hit as hard as David Benavidez. Y'all tripping, bro. Hey. I can't deal with this stream. This man said Canelo versus Jack Harlow. Bro, he probably would. GLAMOUR. First class. Up in the sky. I said first class. Bro, Jack Harlow. GLAMOUR. A.M. First class. I could take you to the first class. Up and oh my gosh, bro. I'm done. I'm gonna throw up on camera. Y'all are retarded. That man said, I could take you to first class. Up in the sky. I'm into it. First class. Bro, I'm done. I really love my job. Y'all tripping. Y'all trying to have Canelo in first class. Take Canelo to first class. Up in the sky. GLAM. Bro. CANE. That's the Canelo fans. That's how they chant and spell Canelo's name out. They have a seance. Listen, the Canelo Chupapi Buyeyos, they get together like Helter Skelter, like Charles Manson, and they have a seance. They be like CANELO, and like you walk into the church, it's just Canelo fans with headbands and red hair. Talking about CANELOALV. First class. Up in the sky. Bro, Bevo almost put Canelo up in the sky. I could take it to first class. I'm done, bro. Bro, they chew Papi Muñe. They mad now. Hey, y'all gotta get the likes up. This is hilarious, bro. Bro, this man said James Corden. I can't. Bro, y'all always want Canelo to have an easy way out. Bro, he's 31. Mayweather fought Canelo at 36 going on 37. Bro. Hey, Leo Santana. Hey, I can't, bro. This man said Canelo versus Amber Heard. Bro, he said Amber Heard. Y'all are taking me out. I can't even do this. Beaver put cinnamon in a pot like he was making oatmeal. The way he put cinnamon in that pot, boiled this boy. And now the Canelo fan, oh, bro, they saying the dumbest stuff to me. Oh yeah, Canelo lives in this guy's head rent free. Am I right? Bro, you said he was the face of boxing. So why would I not be talking about this? I seen that King Grayson, y'all tripping. Somebody said Canelo versus Blueface. Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all out here wilding. This is like one of the funniest streams we done did in the recent. We got a $5 Cash App. This is from Brian Johnson. Why you block me, bro? I was playing. I been him. You gotta hit me on. Bro, see, y'all be playing and we not familiar with him. You gotta hit me on Instagram. First class. I could take it to. Bro, listen. Y'all gotta be chilling with that playing. Like, be a part of the community. You know what I mean? And y'all be cool. Bro, they want Canelo to fight John Cena. Like, really? John Cena? Bro, and actually, speaking of De La Hoya, Golden Boy did a better job with Canelo because they can, at least Golden Boy knows La Raza. They know how to tap into Latino fan base. Eddie Hearn, he don't know how to do that. He not even from here. De La Hoya from East LA. Eddie Hearn's from the UK. Like, you don't know America, bro. I went to Canelo Golovkin 1. They had like Joseph Jojo Diaz Jr. on the card, stuff like that. So they at least tapping into at least the Latino wave or something. Bro, Eddie Hearn's undercards be looking like a yearbook. It be looking like yearbook photos to a high school you didn't go to. I promise you. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. Eddie Hearn's American undercards be looking like yearbook photos to a high school that you didn't go to. You just flipping through the pages and you see all these faces and you like, who that? You don't know none of the people. You didn't go to this high school. Bro, get a yearbook to a school you didn't go to and then just look through it. You're not going to reckon it. You don't know nobody from this school. So you're just looking through pictures. That's exactly how Eddie Hearn undercards be looking. Exhibit A. Bro, like, who is Cuz? Mac Miller, older brother? Like, who is this? That's the dude that played Batman? Robert Pattinson? Who is that? That's the new Batman? Bro, they got Macklemore. Look, they got Cracklemore. Who is that, bro? Bro, they got Cracklemore. I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm fucking awesome. This is fucking awesome. Bro, they really put Macklemore on the cover. Bro, look. I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. Bro, Macaulay Culkin, who is that? He's like, Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof. Bro, who is that? They just put Macaulay Culkin, anybody be on them cards. Like, who is that? You like, honestly, you know who that is? Who that? Like, come on, this is just the one card. Who that? They done put John B on here. Heard about Japan, things I used to do, the games I used to play, the girls that didn't laugh. I think I'm doing wrong. You're my angel. Nothing gonna make us. Yeah, I just wanna love you. Bro, they put John B on this month. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Get it out your mind, 'cause of jealousy. Like, bro, who is that? Don't listen to what Eddie say. He don't know about nothing but the UK. Get it out your mind, because it's jealousy. Bro, I literally don't know any of these people. Who is this? Bro. Who is that? That's Stipe Miocic? Who is that? That's he a UFC? Bro, he looked like the dude on Sly Stallone Cobra. Remember the guy at the end of, with the bad guy, the criminal on Cobra was Stallone? He's like, you can't kill me, you're a pig. You can't kill me. Bro, the dude with the knife from Cobra. That's what he looked like. Bro, I'm telling you, I don't be knowing anybody on half of Eddie Hearn's cards. Bro, who is this? Y'all know her? Like, honestly. Do you know who that is? That look like a police composite sketch. You know how they, when somebody be missing and then they had the like age processing to show you how they look as an adult? That's what it looked like to me. Like, you know when somebody got, listen, you know when somebody got like abducted and they was like 12 and then now they would be 46 years old, and they don't really know how old. They don't know how she'll look now at age 32. So they just put that age processing on it. Bro, that look like a missing child from the 90s or something. And they just showing you how she's supposed to look. You see what I'm saying? They showing you how with the age y'all know what I'm talking about with the age processing. And they trying to show you how she gonna look now. Cause they don't really know how she look because she been gone since like 92. She been gone since NWA. So they don't really know what, you know what I mean? Exactly how she looked. Bro, I see, that's what I'm saying. A. Hearn said he gonna take over America. With this? With the age processing? Nah. Man, come on. Y'all know I'm keeping it real. Hey, Emmerich, hey, you going down, bro. He said it's the Yellow Ranger from Power Ranger. I'm done. I can't, bro. He said it's Trinity or whatever her name is. See, look, they tripping. Bro, they ain't seen him since he was a baby. How you know he look? How you know Cuz look like that now? Bro, look. They wilding on that America's Most Wanted and all that. Bro, they ain't seen this person since it was a baby and they threw that little age processing on. How you know Cuz look like that? Bro, there's no way. How you know what his hair look like? He could be bald headed. Man, hell nah. Bro, that's a newborn. How you gonna know it? Man, come on, bro. That's like me hiding in the cave for 14 years and then y'all know what I look. You're not gonna know. I'm big, I'm buff, I'm skinny. I got a beard. How you gonna know, bro? Nah, they trying to act. Look, how you know that baby look like that though? Like he got a Colgate smile. His teeth could be rotting out. You don't know that. How you know he got that smile, bro? Man, look, then they're gonna show this. That don't even look like the same dude. You guessing. Hey, bro, the FBI, yeah, the FBI just be guessing, cause, bro, that don't even look like the same person. You're like, oh, he could look like this, but it might look like this too. Bro, hell nah. Bro, you ad-libbing. Hey, the FBI, come on, bro. The FBI be ad-libbing in a bit. Bro, stop it. You took all that from a newborn. He said, "Engad, bro, there's no way. There's no way you know that baby look like that. How you know he look like this first dude? Man, this look like common lesbian. You don't know he look like Ellen DeGeneres? Man, come on, bro. How you know he look like Ellen DeGeneres? There's no way from a newborn. Bro, that's Ellen. Bro, I cracked the case. That's Ellen DeGeneres. That's Ellen DeGenerate at least. And then you got him looking like a skinhead, like American History X over here. How you know he look like that though? Man, come on, bro. The FBI, y'all be guessing this. He might have a mohawk. How you know what hairstyle he got? He been missing since 83. Man, stop. That's who Canelo finna fight. I cracked the case, bro. It's Canelo next opponent. This age process. That's Canelo, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all tripping. I'm done. Y'all tripping. Bro, they took all that from a baby picture. Stop. He said, create a character. I can't, bro. Yeah, they gonna 2K the boy. Like, you don't know that. He could have his nose pierced. You wouldn't even know none of that. I can't. Y'all tripping. I can't deal with this right now. Y'all bugged out. He said, that's Canelo's sparring partner. Oh, my gosh. We got the funnies today. Bro, Canelo's stuck. Benavidez look real good. Pause. Versus Lemieux. now it looks even more like Canelo fans. They was like, they had their little Benavidez voodoo dolls and all that, praying that Lemieux won. They're like, come on, Lemieux, get him, bro. They had they David Benavidez voodoo dolls. They had the little voodoo dolls. Bro, listen. I'm gonna show y'all the Canelo fans. Last week, the Canelo fans, they had their Jermell Charlo voodoo dolls, and they're like, yeah, come on, Castano, get him, Castano. And they was trying to jinx Jermell Charlo, so he lose, and it didn't work. They're like, yeah, come on, Castano, get him, rip him to shreds, yeah, and it didn't work. And then this week, for David Benavidez, they got the David Benavidez voodoo doll because all of this because Canelo lost. They got the David Benavidez voodoo doll, and they're like, come on, Lemieux, fry him, summons that power. And they poking the voodoo doll, and then David Benavidez cooked Lemieux, and Jermell Charlo cooked Castano. So you poking a voodoo doll for no reason, and it didn't work. Man, come on. Bro, they doing child's play spells trying to get other people to lose. And then next week, this gonna be Tank. They're like, come on, Rolly. I don't even like you, man, but I want you to knock out Tank. Or rip him to pieces. Yeah. Come on, Rolly. Bro, they praying that Tank lose now. And this gotta be a miserable life, bro. You like just poking voodoo dolls. Like, all right, bro. And then, like I said, Benavidez blasted this man, Lemieux, won every round. Charlo, competitive fight. Then he stopped Castano. And then now you're going to be praying for Tank to lose and all that. I mean, whatever. And the Canelo fans like, come on, Rolly's our last chance. He's gonna be our last chance. They hoping that Sulecki do something with Charlo. Whatever. That's a sad life. Canelo's mom said he won. Yeah. I mean, that's her opinion, whatever. She should have did like Pacquiao mom, put that voodoo. Like, remember, bro, I swear, Tim Bradley was doing good. And then Pacquiao mama did that voodoo. Bradley started tripping and rolling his ankle, breaking his leg. Bro, that's what Canelo mama needed to do. Bro, Pacquiao mom was like, oh, my son ain't losing tonight. Remember she had that little napkin? Bro, I promise you, this on everything I love. Pacquiao mama, she knew. And he still lost to Bradley. But Pacquiao mama, she had that little napkin. She was and she started, bro, Pacquiao mom started going crazy on Bradley. Bradley started tripping in the ring and rolling his ankle, broke his leg, all types of stuff. And they still said he won. So I don't know. You got a top. She should have did at the top rank or something. I don't know. Something happened. Pacquiao mama was tripping. She was high. Bro. Bro, HBO camera was trying to catch her. Bro, she was just acting suspicious. That's all I'm saying. She was acting suspicious. Bro, remember when Michael Jackson had the baby over the balcony? She was acting like that. Remember when Mike tried to show the baby? He act like he's going to drop the baby. And he's like, why did he do that? No, I love Michael Jackson. No, bro, come on. When Mike had the baby and he was showing him on the balcony, he act like he was going to throw the baby over like the Lion King. He said, my baby. Bro, he was fumbling the baby, looking like the Oakland Raiders. Mike was tripping with that baby. He dribbling the baby. Bro, Michael Jackson was tripping with that baby on that balcony. Hitting crossovers like Steph. And pulling up like, bro, you about to splash brothers the baby off the balcony? Nah, bro. Bro, Mike was fine. Is it just a baby? Mike was tripping. I don't know why he did that, but that's how Pacquiao mom was acting. Just a little, just a little suspicious. He said like Michael Jackson jacket with all them zippers. Facts. Bro, David Benavidez, he looked amazing. Now y'all see why Canelo didn't fight him. Ego Shadama strikes again. Lawrence Carter sent $3. He said for the year, he said the yearbook of the high school you didn't go to. Y'all be tripping. Y'all tripping on these jokes. Anyway, I'll be back with some more heat tomorrow. I gotta rest my voice. I've been working all day. Appreciate y'all for rocking out. We've been having fun, but I gotta rest my voice. David Benavidez did his thing. That man said Canelo. Facts. Bro, the walls are closing in for Canelo. Isaiah, I see you. Closing in. I mean, you can't keep playing these games. Emmerich, appreciate you. If Canelo fight a 40-year-old Triple G, that tells you everything. That tells you everything you need to know. And see, that's what I'm saying. Canelo, he's been golfing and all that. And like, I'm not saying it because I care what he do in his personal time. But boxing, you can't have 1 foot out and 1 foot in. You got to be fully committed. Like, man, I said this a long time ago before tonight Lemieux performance for Benavidez. Bro, I dare Canelo. I got to work in the morning and I can't put it down. Y'all tripping. Glock, what's up? No, y'all got to hear me out. Benavidez and Charlo, right? Guys like that. Morel. I dare Canelo to be in camp worried about golfing when you got a fight lined up with one of them. Even Errol Spence. Because even though Errol Spence would be at a weight deficit, bro, Errol Spence, he would be trying to win and upset you. And he's not trying to lose in Texas where they would likely have done that fight. So he's going to be training to the maximum. So the bottom line is you can't fight anybody really like top tier and be not worried about boxing. Golfing. And I said this, bro, go golfing when you have 6 to 10 weeks to prepare for David Benavidez. Because David Benavidez, he's probably not worried about golfing. He's eating nutritiously, trying to make weight, putting his miles in, doing his sparring, playing with his son, spending time with his girl, family stuff, etc. So it's like Canelo's been living high on the hog for so long and nobody checked him. Now, losing to Bevo, he reality checked him. Reality checked him. Nobody in boxing could stop his reign of tyranny, you know? And then now that he took a bad loss, not just a loss where it's like, oh, like, bro, you have never seen someone, there's no one black, I'll say it like that, point blank period. You have never seen a black fighter that was a consensus #1 pound for pound that didn't get knocked out but lost lopsided like Canelo Bivol. You have never seen that, ever. And the reason I exclude knockouts is because anybody can get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, a knockout is a knockout. One punch could have like set a chain reaction in motion and you don't recover. Like Lemieux, one punch, he was winning the round. David Benavidez hit him with one punch, a left hook, and he never really recovered in the fight. VVS Diamonds, $10. Appreciate you showing some love. Much love to everybody. You guys get what I'm saying? You guys get what I'm saying? So, Canelo Alvarez, he's in a bad spot. Hey, I'm going to do another 5 minutes. I'm going to do another 5 minutes. I'm going to go get a throat lozenger. Hey, Kamal, run the chat. Shooters, run the chat. I'll be right back. Yo. All right, we back. Isaiah, Kamal, appreciate y'all. So, anyway, let me recap. You have never seen a black fighter that was number one consensus in boxing that didn't get knocked out, that got dominated and lost double-digit rounds in any fight in boxing history. Not anything I can think of. Name one fight. Name who? Name who? Andre Ward? And actually, let me say it like this. In the last 10, 15 years, because I don't want someone to be like, oh, yeah, you know, Marty McFly in 1801. Like, no. I'm talking about modern boxing, last 10, 15 years, since the 2000s. Name anybody who didn't get knocked out. So don't say like Roy versus Tarver, right? Because again, knockouts happen. I'm talking about someone who was billed as the top guy in the sport that was black, like Andre Ward. When he fought Kovalev, he didn't lose 10 rounds. 11 rounds, 12, he didn't. There's no way he lost that many rounds. Canelo did. Canelo found a way to lose that many rounds. Floyd, all the racist Canelo fans, they say, oh, Floyd got beat by Maidana. Yeah. Floyd didn't lose 10, 11, 12 rounds versus Maidana. No way. No way. But all the Canelo Man fans, they said like, oh, Maidana bodied him. There were no knockdowns in the fight. How did he get bodied? But then they're not admitting Canelo got bodied and he actually lost 12, 11, 10 rounds, depending on who you ask. Adrian, brilliant stuff. That's the kicker right there. That's the nail in the coffin. I was going to say it, but my man Adrian said it for me. plus Andre Ward, when there was close fight or complexities or controversies, they immediately ran it back. So again, what does this say about Canelo Alvarez if he doesn't want to do it? That's what I'm saying. Like, boxing is such a sport that is dependent. Listen, y'all got to understand this. Tito Trinidad is Puerto Rican. I said name a black fighter. So there's that. Listen. Boxing is a sport that it depends heavily on like honor and merit. You know what I'm saying? The merit of what you like, character. At least that's how I view boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can lose and then come back and redeem yourself. Or you can, like David Lemieux. David Lemieux lost bad tonight. Like, I gave Benavidez every round. However, he was the underdog and he tried. Like, you could tell, like, bro, did they listen, Canelo, this is gonna hurt a lot of Canelo man fan feelings. This is gonna hurt a lot of Canelo man fan feelings. Let's look at some losers of recent fights. Losers. This is going, bro, if y'all want me to destroy the Canelo fans, the man fans, just like that, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'm going to destroy him. I promise you. Watch me catch his body. All y'all got to do is type hell yeah if y'all want me to destroy him right now. Shout out to Bryant. All right, I'm going to check that. I'll free you. He sent $5 in the Cash App. All right, look, buzz it. All right, look. Y'all got to get the likes up, too. We struggling. We'll look at recent losers. Erickson Lubin lost to Sebastian Fundora. Brian Castano lost to Jermell Charlo in the rematch. Today, David Lemieux lost to David Benavidez. And then recently, Canelo lost to Bivol. If you had to rank all those losers of fights, right? They all lost the fight. In terms of effort to really try to turn the fight around, who, from your perspective, gave the least effort of really trying to dig down and go to, you know, that deeper place to try to pull it around, even though they all lost and they were all unsuccessful? Who is the last place? Like, who dug down and showed at least they were trying to win and turn the fight around? Who would be in last place out of all those people? So Erickson Lubin lost to Fundora. Brian Castano lost to Charlo. David Lemieux lost to David Benavidez tonight. And then Canelo lost to Bivol. In terms of sheer will and effort of trying to make it their fight, who is last place from what you've seen and how the fight played out? Okay, look, everybody's saying Canelo, the people that are voting. And I would agree. David Lemieux, he was badly hurt in round one, but in round two, he started around and he was firing back and he was like trying to back down. So round one, he came out trying to beat Benavidez. And I had him winning the round until he got left hooked and then Benavidez jumped on him. Then he almost got stopped. You could have argued that he could have got stopped right there. And then round two, he came out. Then he continued to get hurt over and over again. And it was his corner who saved him, but he was still trying to fight. And he even complained to the referee when it was stopped. He was still like And he was drunk in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was clearly concussed and he was getting teed off on. But his heart was like immense. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to beat a man while he's down and kick a man while he's down in terms of David Lemieux. You got outgunned by a great fighter in Benavidez. But he stepped up and he showed every step of the way that he was trying to take it there. It just wasn't his night and he lost. Same thing with Castano. Brian Castano, it's not that he had a horrible game plan or a lack of heart or a lack of strategy. He was actually in there testing Charlo, winning spots, winning rounds, maybe, you know, some of the early rounds. And then he got caught. And then he got up like a true warrior, buckled and all. He got up, was still trying to finish the fight, but he was just too out of it. And then Jermell was a great finisher. So I got to give much respect to Lemieux and Castano. And then the same goes for Erickson Lubin. Erickson Lubin, you fought this 6'7" dude who's vicious on the inside. And when you were badly hurt and you got dropped, Lubin got dropped before Fundora. Lubin warred back until he dropped Fundora. And I don't even remember another fight where Fundora was dropped. So Lubin, you know, he got close to trying to crack the Da Vinci Code. And his face started to break away and his corner threw in the towel. He didn't stop fighting at all. He didn't stop fighting. Canelo, the last person on the list. When the going got tough, Canelo got to a point where he was so, unless you're relying on a fixed judge scorecard, Canelo needed a knockout to win or several knockdowns. His team and Eddie Reynoso said, go out and show your best. 2 punches and then move and run. Two punches and then move? That's not like, what is that doing? You're in the 12th. This was right before the 12th round. Eddie Reynoso, they had a behind the scenes with Rematch Room BTS thing. And he said 2 punches in the move. Bro, you need a knockout to win. So for me, I think Canelo had the most, especially based on who he's supposed to be, he had the most lackluster performance because the other guys were willing to go out on their shield, which is why they went out on their shield. Canelo Alvarez, Canelo, and when he was in a major deficit, he didn't really do anything. Like, it gets to a point where you got to risk being knocked out to try to turn the fight around in your favor and knock. And that is in those small moments where you might be able to produce greatness. Like if you're in the hole, you're in the hole. You need something big to win. Erickson Lubin, bro, it was looking ugly for him. And he found some kind of way to get this big monster off him and dropped him. And he came very close to almost stopping him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Canelo, he's been at the top so long, he ain't been pushed. He hasn't been faced with adversity since, you know, barring a few fights. Jacobs kind of a little bit challenging. Triple G fight were challenging. And then you start having to look at the Showtime HBO way back then. But in the zone, he bodying everybody he was fighting. Rocky Fielding and stuff like that. So to me, I think personally, Canelo's a great fighter, but I think he's so far removed and he's a multi-millionaire, mega millionaire money man. And I think his mentality is so far removed and disassociated with the warrior code. And it showed up in the Bivol fight because to me, Canelo needed something big to try to turn it around. And he didn't really dig. He didn't really dig, and you were at a major deficit. Like, for example, Tom Brady is elite. He is a competitor. If Tom Brady is down by something reasonable, and it's the fourth quarter, he's going to try to use his timeouts wisely, use the 2-minute warning, do an onside kick, throw some Hail Marys, try to get a penalty or a pass interference, and utilize and try to put his team on the map and get that dub. You down by 2 touchdowns. That's not, you're not out of it. You're not out of it. But that's just the mentality of Tom Brady. He's going to try to play smart football, and he's that much of a competitor. You see what I'm saying? Canelo, I didn't see no elite mentality. I didn't see this, like, bro, you're from Mexico. Mexico is rough. It has rough places. I'm not saying they don't have beautiful places. Of course it does. But what I'm saying is, like, Mexico right now is at war. The cartels and the government, they can't control all the action that's going on, right? And I don't want to get too much sidetracked, but that's just the reality. Canelo said it himself. He said he don't like necessarily be in Mexico like that because it's not safe. It's not safe. You worth all this money. That creates envy. It's not safe. They might try to kidnap you, all types of stuff. So we know that, right? And I just think Canelo's so far removed from that kind of that warrior code. It's hard to wake up at 6 a.m. and run 8 miles in silk pajamas because I didn't see it. So the bad thing is this. Bivol, no disrespect to him. He came in as the underdog, the doubted guy, and he prevailed. He pulled it off. Congrats. Bivol's not aggressive, or at least in that fight, like Charlo is, like Errol is, like Benavidez is, like David Morrell is. Like if we had to rank all the fighters that I just named of who's the most typically, like more often than not, who's the most aggressive, Bivol would be in last out of all those guys. Who believes that? Out of Charlo, Morrell Jr., David Benavidez, and Errol Spence, is Bivol the least aggressive stylistically? Like offensively aggressive. And that's the guy you picked. You see how it's all coming together? That's the guy you picked. Advanced cherry pick. Canelo thought, and if you look at Charlo's last 5 fights, you look at Benavidez's last 5 fights, you look at Errol Spence's last 5 fights. I guarantee you, Errol Spence, Charlo, Benavidez, Morrell, better be all these guys in their last 5 fights have looked better than Bivol looked in his last 5 fights. Bivol fought Castillo, didn't necessarily look like an all-star. Fought Craig Richards, didn't look that great. You know what I mean? Et cetera, et cetera. So that's why I know the Canelo Chupapi Muñeños, they trying to act like I don't know what I'm talking about. And like, this don't make sense. It makes perfect sense. It don't make sense because you don't want it to make sense, but it make perfect sense what I'm saying. You chose, it's a cherry pick gone wrong because you chose the guy on paper who looked like the easiest to deal with. You have been fighting Eastern European guys. You have been fighting guys coming off long layoffs or quick turnarounds or rehydration clauses. And you fight guys all the time and you try to strategize, and Bivol has something for your ass. That's a cherry pick. Because it's not that Bivol's a horrific fighter. It's not that. It's out of the bunch, stylistically, he looked like the sweetest guy based on recent perception, recent performances. He looked like the guy that you should fare the best with. So that's why, like, I gave you this example or something similar, but I'll do it again because I'm the best boxing in the scene. Y'all ready? When y'all ready, let me know. If y'all want this analogy, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Nah, that's not good enough. Come on. That's it? Y'all ready? All right, bet. Watch this. Watch how I work. There's nobody in boxing better than me. Watch how I work. Angel Chavez said, hell yeah, let's go. There's nobody.
The money goes into my piggy.
And I make my job look easy. All right, look. If you listen to the question, if you can be trapped in the habitat of one of these animals and you have to fight the animal or escape the animal to spare your life, what animal would you choose? Right? So listen again. If you had to be in an element that had these various animals, right? You're in their habitat and they were trying to get you. What animal would you battle? Right? You guys get the premise so far. No, I'm gonna give you the animals. Chill out. I'm gonna give you the animals. So listen, these are your choice of animals. If you had to fend off this animal or fight this animal in their element, would you rather be in the ocean and have to fend off a shark attack? One. A lion, a hippo, a hippopotamus, or a snake? Okay, someone says, okay, here, I'm going to say it better. Hold on. I'm going to say it better. What animal would you fear the most? What would be the number one scariest animal for you to battle? Listen. What would be the number one scariest animal to you to battle? No, hold on. What would be the number one animal that you wouldn't want to go head up with? The shark, the lion, the hippopotamus, or the snake? What is the number one animal that you would be shook? You're like, I don't want nothing with that. Okay. Shark, snake, hippo. Shark, snake, lion or the shark. The lion, the shark, the hippo, shark all day. Come on, keep it. A lion, a hippo, they all scary. The shark, he said the shark got a great advantage over me. Now watch this. All right, come on, a few more. I'm the best in the business, a few more. This man adding animals that wasn't even part of it. Hey, block him. Thank you. Shout out to Kamal. Give me a few more answers. He had to go. Shout out to Kamal. Double block. Hey, block Spice Hype. Get him out of here. All right. Go look at the answers. Now watch. Watch how I flip this on you. Go look at the answers. Different people said different things. But there was a segment where it says shark, shark, snake, lion or shark, lion, shark, right? Shark all day. But guess what? This is how perception works. People who die from shark attacks is lower than people who die from hippopotamus attacks. Look it up. Look it up. People who die from lion attacks is lower than people that die from hippopotamus attacks. Humans. More humans die from elephants, hippopotamus, and snakes than sharks or lions. Look it up. So we're talking about perception, right? There were a lot of you that voted lion and shark. Hippopotamus claim more human lives. Tapeworms claim more human lives. Snakes claim more people die from snake, like venomous snake attacks than lions or sharks. All fact, look it up. But perception wise, a lot of y'all told me the lion or shark. Hippopotamuses are extremely territorial. See, I told you I'll be on my Animal Planet. Hippopotamuses are extremely territorial and they're extremely deadly. And hippos will kill the out of you. Humans. Like, and they're savage with it. Mosquitoes kill more humans than I think mosquitoes might even be the number one. But ain't nobody gonna be like, I see a lion, see a shark and be like, oh man, I'm afraid of this mosquito. You gonna try to rump with the mosquito. But guess what? The mosquito got West Nile. The mosquito might be carrying something and it suck your butt, you die. You know what I'm saying? So the point I'm making is this is Canelo. This is Canelo Alvarez. He could have fought the lion, Jamal Charlo. He could have fought the shark, David Benavidez. And the perception was like, oh, this is, you know, these are lions and sharks and things like that. But it was the mosquito that got him. It was a snake that got him, that bit him and it hit him with the venom. It was the hippopotamus that you had to worry about. But your perception was what it was. Maybe he beat Charlo. Maybe he beats Benavidez. Maybe he beats Andrade. Maybe he beats Morrell. We're just spitballing. This is not my opinion. Right? But that's the power of perception. Perception, you gonna go with what you think. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go with, oh, I don't want to fight no shark. I don't want no mountain lion. Oh, no lion. But mountain lions, I've seen many videos where mountain lions stalking a person and the person start throwing rocks and acting big and stuff like that. And the mountain lion might leave you alone. A mosquito, if it has West Nile, it's gonna kill you or mess you up, put it that way. So that's the game Canelo played. He didn't pick the lion. He didn't pick the shark. He didn't pick the mountain lion. And he picked the mosquito. And the mosquito was the one that did him in. And that was Beevil. And who knows? The shark and the lion might have got him too. We don't know because he didn't choose that. But the point I'm making is the power of perception. A lot of people got angry because they act like, oh, how's this a cherry pick? It's a cherry pick because Beevil hadn't been looking good. And Beevil looked the weakest. But sometimes in life, the thing that looks the weakest is not necessarily the weakest, right? You're like, oh, it's a snake. I'll deal with the snake rather than the lion. But the snake got the venom that'll kill you. The lion, if it's full, it might bite you or maul you and then leave. You know, who knows? A snake, if it and latches on and pumps you with that venom, you dead. You a goner. Told you, king of analogies. So perception could be a powerful thing. You think you got to worry about the shark? You got to worry about the hippo. Hippos can come on land. Sharks can't come on land. When's the last time you seen a shark like walk on land? They not crocodiles. A hippopotamus can. A hippopotamus, and there are more people that die from hippopotamus, humans that die from hippopotamus than the shark. So this is the game Canelo played. You were worried about the shark. You should have been worried about the hippopotamus, which can also come on land and can be in the water. So, like, you know, people get it twisted. People are like, oh, I'm afraid of a mountain lion. But you should be afraid of a mosquito, because the mosquito is carrying a disease. Boom. So this is the game Canelo plays, and now he's stuck. That's why you can't strategically, like, hey, put me in a room with this hippo, put me in this room with this mountain lion, put me in this room with this bear, put me in this room with the mosquito. And you're like, man, put me in there with the mosquito all day. And you thinking like the mosquito room is the best room. I don't want to be in no room with no bear or mountain lion. The mosquito room, this is the mosquito got West Nile. It's a wrap. And that's the game that Canelo played. You know, there are all types of dangers. He was trying to fight Macaboo, a jackrabbit. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to fight whatever. And DAZN was like, hell no. We're not giving you Macaboo. You got to take a tougher fight. And then he tried to strategize. And the perception was the beaver would have been the mosquito. And you're like, oh, I'll fight the mosquito. And the mosquito is the one that and got you. And it was the mosquito that did it. So, like, you know how they say all these sayings, all these proverbs and, you know, adages and things like that. Like, don't judge a book by its cover. Or, like, that's what I tell you all the time on my channel. I don't worry about people be screaming and yelling and stuff like that. I don't care about that. Where I'm from, you got to worry about the silent killers. Real G's stay in silence like lasagna, like Wayne said. I worry about the quiet dude. Bro, the guy that killed Scarface at the end of the movie, he had no words in the credit. It just say, man was shotty in the credits. Am I lying? Bro, look at Tony Montana. He was bucking at all these dudes and they was yelling and stuff. It was the quiet dude was shotty. That's what his name probably said in the credits. Silent guy with a shotty, 12 gauge just back out. What y'all talking about? The man didn't say one speaking line in the whole Scarface. He just, with that shotty. He's like, all right, I'm gonna let him. He killing some of my homies. All right. And then put that double barrel to his back and blew scarf into the movie. He didn't say one word. So I worry about the silent killers. Bevo, he a silent killer. You know what I'm saying? You try to pick around all the other competition, and it was the dude that Bevo who's quiet, don't say nothing, and he the one that popped Scarface. Tony Montana, Tony Manello. You always got to worry about the silent ones. You know, Canelo's style might fare well with one of the guys I don't know, because he didn't fight him. I just knew there were bigger fights. And I try to tell y'all, maybe his style fares well and his experience is better. You know what I'm saying? But Bevo, you pick the one. That's why you can't, bro. That's why you better off just doing what's right. Because if you would have fought Charlo, you would have been the first person to beat him if you can do it. And he got his own style. If you fought Benavidez, he got his own style. He might have been more hittable than Bevo. I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't know how none of these fights would have played. Oh man, Texas, be easy. Come on. What animal would a 40-year-old Triple G be? A possum? I don't know. Bro, Canelo played it. That's I'm telling you, perspective is everything. You could perceive something as being the most threat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a girl, like just imagine a girl. She meet a dude and this guy is like looks dreamy and he a killer. You know what I mean? He's abusive. You think a girl would hook up with this guy if she knew that he a killer, or if she knew he was like physically and psychologically abusive? You see what I'm saying? Your perception can get you in trouble. You perceive this guy as a nice guy, and he's like, you know, a con artist or something. Like what's his name? Tinder swindler. You're like, oh, okay, he looks innocent, but he the Tinder swindler. That's why I'm saying Canelo. That's why you might as well just do what's right. Canelo, he the Tinder swindler. That's why if you would have fought the people that ego told you to fight, then win, lose, or draw, you would have made more money, bigger events. And then really the respect, I would respect you losing to one of them guys more, because Benavidez been slicing people up. So if he sliced Canelo up, if that even happened, I could be like, all right, Benavidez is just a monster. But you didn't want to give these young black and Mexican fighters an opportunity because you a diva. Canelo's a diva. Bro, like, imagine, just listen to what I just said. It was pretty powerful. Canelo would rather give his money to a white promoter. I'm just calling it what it is, right? He'd rather break bread with a white promoter, Eddie Hearn, a British company with predominantly white execs like Joe Markowski, a Russian fighter, instead of breaking bread with Mexican-American Steven Espinoza, a black advisor, Al Heyman, a Mexican, half Ecuadorian, David Benavidez, black fighter Errol Spence, black fighter Jamal Charlo, Cuban fighter David Morrell. And all these fights would have been bigger and more sensationalized, bigger events. So Canelo chose his fate. Now he's stuck. And it's like, it's going to be all too apparent based on his next move, what we're dealing with. Lee E.
Drink, the money goes into my piggy.
He lost some of that boogeyman status. The perception now is that he could be beat. That's what I'm saying. And Benavidez just looks like he's getting more and more confident. So that's not good either. How is that good? Benavidez confidence is this, and Canelo, despite him lying and saying he beat Bevo, we know that's not true. So his confidence took a hit. See what I'm saying? Jamal Charlo, he fighting on Juneteenth. I don't think he'll lose to Selecki. So his confidence stays the same, if anything, or continues to grow. His brother just became undisputed. So David Morrell, he got an upcoming fight. I don't see him losing. Confidence continues to grow. Andre, if he gets past Zach Parker or whatever's happening with that fight, confidence stays the same, continue to grow. Canelo's just took a dip. All right, I'm out. I got to rest my voice for real. Great streams. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me. We had fun, made a lot of money, made a lot of friends. Deuces. Shout out to everybody. Kamal Oz. We was really cooking. Holla.